We're also tracking the ongoing unrest in Iran and the continuing violence as security forces intensify their crackdown there. This is new, unverified video from Iran, apparently showing a protest in one of Iran's Kurdish cities. A Kurdish rights organization says at least 13 people were killed during a security crackdown over the past 2 days. Iran's protests initially started in Kurdish cities following the death of 22-year-old Kurdish Iranian Mahsa Amini in police custody. And the images of violence coming out of Iran have proved deeply unsettling for the wider Iranian community around the world. The CBC's Katie Nicholson has been speaking with members of Canada's largest Iranian community in Toronto. So, Katie, how is all of this affecting people?
Look, no community is a monolith, but what's striking is the unity in the concern and the worry from the people that I spoke with. I mean, you yourself said, the images you just showed, they're unverified, and that is a big problem. There's not a lot of verified information coming out of Iran. People are forced to use apps to try to stay in touch with their family and friends, try to get through on phone lines, but there have been rolling communications blackouts pretty much since this started. So it could be weeks before someone's able to actually make contact with a loved one. And even then, there are fears that perhaps somebody is listening in. We heard accounts of one-sided conversations where people here in Canada asking about a specific member of the family, and suddenly the line will just kind of go quiet, and nobody really wants to get into specifics because of those fears. And really what it has done is it's sort of permeated the community here. There is a heaviness, and you can really feel it when you go to Sam Fayez's Persian grocery store, which is normally a bustling community hub. Here's Sam Fayez.
When we go out with our friends, that's all we're sitting around and talking about. This is, it's on everybody's minds. Nobody wants to go out and party. Nobody wants to go to, go to a concert. A lot of events have been canceled because people are just, it's on our minds.
A feeling of guilt too among some. I spoke to a University of Toronto graduate student, Sarah Sariati, and she says that she can't stop but think how safe she is comparatively to her friends who are attending university or trying to in Iran. Here's Sarah.
Some of my friends have been arrested. We have no news of them. Some of them have been injured. There have been so much tear gas into university dormitories that they don't know what to do. They are sleeping at night and suddenly tear gas is thrown into their rooms. And I keep thinking when I'm walking on campus that, oh my God, how safe I am and how normal life is here. And they have to worry if they can they can be alive tomorrow.
So Shariati is doing what she can to amplify the voices of protesters. She herself has helped organize a number of protests here in Toronto, even though she knows that this essentially puts a target on her back. She told me that if she decided to go back to Iran, she would immediately be arrested.
And now, Katie, the members of the community who you spoke with, what more do they want to see?
There was a fair bit of praise, actually, for Canada. They said that Canada has done more than a lot of other nations, but it could still do more. Important to note, Canada has issued about 5 waves of sanctions on Iran over the last year. But they want to see Canada do more. They want to see the EU, the US do more. Sarah Shariati told me she would like to see UNICEF and the UN step up, that statements are just not enough. Here's a little of what she had to say about how Canada could use its voice.
Canada has done a lot, and a lot more than many European countries, a lot more than even the US, but I think there can be more. I think they can push for more action from other countries as well, because Canada has a strong voice in international platforms.
Now, I also spoke with Azam Jangravi. Back in 2018, she stood on top of an electric transformer in Tehran, and she was pulled off. She was arrested, and she had to flee to Turkey with her daughter. She now lives here in Canada. One thing she'd like to see Canada do is make a concrete plan to open the doors to Iranian refugees who she thinks may come here seeking some sort of comfort.
Thanks for this, Katie. That is CBC's Katie Nicholson here in our Toronto newsroom. Thank you.